this is Kim with Mom's Creative Moments. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are catching up on our Disney album, and the pictures that we're gonna do a layout for today are from my son. My son took these photos while we were waiting for Fantasmic. He decided to go for a walk, and so he walked through Frontierland and into the hub of Disneyland and took some really interesting photos that I thought I would share with you and do a layout for. They're just of some things that we did not necessarily interact with or get to do much at, but very much the culture of Disneyland and things that I remember from my childhood. So kind of cool stuff. So let's check out my workspace and we'll get started. This is going to be kind of a generic layout you could use for anything, and we're just going to have some fun today. So let's get started. Alright, so this is going to be my take with a couple of twists on a sketch that I found in one of the CM sketchbooks. And let's see, I'm wondering if I can tell you which sketchbook it is. It looks like it's the most recent one that just came out, the one with the fast formulas in it. It's in there. Let's just review what I've got on my table real quick. I've got most of these papers come from Joy to the World, either the tone-on-tone or the designer pack. I have these two kind of greenish, like a light teal green pieces. They're going to be our base sheets, and then we are going to add we're going to use this gold piece with the ornaments on it and some gold shimmer to matte our photos, and then these pieces, the blue kind of holly and this blue floral leaf tone-on-tone paper, are going to be our accent base sheets. And then we're going to use these laser borders that also came with Joy to the World with this. They are double-sided, but we are going to I think we're going to go ahead and go with just this gold and white and kind of the green that matches the base color. Okay, so both of them are double-sided, but we're going to go with that instead of that, I believe. We'll see when we get there. But anyway, let me go ahead and set these aside and move this out and set that aside. I'm going to move our base sheets and set those aside so we can trim a couple things to get started. Let's see, I'm going to move these matte sheets also. We're going to trim just these two pieces. Please pardon me, I'm still kind of getting over my cold that I had, the bronchitis that I've been fighting. So for these two sheets of paper that are going to be your accent base pieces, these you need to like both sides of the paper for. So you need to be okay with both sides and feel like they work with the rest of the colors in your selection. And this is where using a Creative Memories paper pack comes in handy, because all of the pieces that are within that pack are designed to go together. So all the colors should be the same hues, and all of it should just work really nicely together. So if keeping that in mind, you can't really go wrong as you select different pages and how you want them to go together. All right, so this particular sheet I'm going to cut at, let's see, I'm going to cut it at 5 inches. So I want a piece that's 5 inches across. And then I'm going to cut another sheet at 5 inches across, because this is going to be a 2-page layout. And I'll show you how this is going to come together in just a second. Along with that, I want to take each of these two sheets that are 5 inches wide, and I'm going to cut them again at 5 inches so that we have two 5-inch squares, two 5 by 5 squares, and we need two pieces that are 6.5 inches long. So there's my 5 by 5 square, although that doesn't look like it's 5 by 5, so bear with me a second. That's 5. Why does this not look like it's 5? Because it's not. That's really strange.
Come on, we're back.
Hi. What you got dinner? Alright, so here's my dilemma. I cut this too wide for some reason. It's 5.5, and it should be 5. So I'm sorry about that. I don't know, I must have just been distracted or something. Okay, so we need a 5 by 5 square. So this one is 5 inches this direction. So I'm going to turn it this way, and we're going to cut it 5 inches this direction. If you cut your paper properly, then you don't need to fix it like I do. We've just had a lot going on today, and I don't know, my brain just checked out there for a second. Okay, there's my 5 by 5 squares, two of them. Now this one needs to be 5 inches, so I'm going to line that up and cut that again so that it is correct, 5 inches. And then along with it needing to be 5 inches, we need it to also be 6.5 inches. So I'm going to fold that out and go here to 6.5 and go ahead and cut there.
Alright. Are you recording?
Uh-huh.
Done. Hi people on the other side of the screen.
I'll be done in a second. Alright. Now for this one with the holly on it, we are going to cut this one at 6.5. Yeah, okay. Sorry. We are going to cut this at 6.5. And then we're going to cut it again at 5 inches. So 6.5 and 5.
I love that paper, Mama. It's so pretty.
Isn't it pretty? And 6.5. So we need a 6.5 inch square and a 6.5 by 5 piece. And we actually need two of both of those. But I need to find another one of these pieces of paper. So give me just a second. I don't know if I have another one of those.
Mom, were you planning on using this for anything?
No.
What are you doing?
Okay, so this is, I'm going to go ahead and cut this is 5 inches. This is more than 5 inches, so I'm going to go ahead and do the 6.5 inch piece out of this, and then turn it, and then cut this at 5 inches, so we're just cutting a 1/2 inch off. So there's our second piece like that. And this one is a little bit small. You can see that. So let me see if I have another one. I'm going to go ahead and use this one. So you actually need 3 sheets of paper because you need another one that is going to be 6.5 square. And making a 6.5 inch square out of one sheet can be kind of tricky. So, I mean, 2 6.5 inch squares doesn't come out of one sheet of paper. So that's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, here's a crown.
Thanks.
All it needs is a star, and it looks very, very pretty.
Thank you. All right, so we are going to take the ornament paper, and keeping in mind that this is a directional paper, you can see that this is the correct way to look at it. This is the top, this is the bottom, because they're hanging this way towards you. So we are going to take this paper and considering what we're going to do. I have several, we're going to make some mats, and I have several pictures that are going to be horizontal, but I do have a couple that are going to be vertical, and the vertical ones are just going to be sideways, I think. I think we'll do the majority of them the correct direction, which means this way, because I need to have the length horizontal. So the top of my paper is now to the left, and we're going to cut these at 3 3/4. So right here is 3 3/4. And I'm going to cut 3 strips at 3 3/4. There's 2, and this is the 3rd one. There we go. Okay. And then we want I'm going to cut 1 at 5 3/4, which we know that the edge of our trimmer is 5.5, and I've got my 6-inch mark on my trimmer right there, so on my extension. So I'm going to just go ahead and guess, because this is just a mat. I'm going to guess that that is 5 3/4. So now there's 3 mats right there. Then we need 2 more that are also going to be 5 3/4. So there's 2 more. So now we have 5. I need a total of 7 that are 5 3/4, but I also need one that is 3 3/4 squared. So we're going to just cut this one down to 3 3/4, and there's my square. And then I'm going to do 2 more out of the gold shimmer paper. So we're going to cut a strip that is 3 3/4 from the gold shimmer. Turn this and cut 2 that will be 5 3/4 from this. And the 2 that are gold are going to end up being our vertical frames. Okay, so I believe we have all of our pieces now. Let's go ahead and get this assembled. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull down one of my base sheets. One of my base sheets is going to get one of each of these pieces, and they're going to go, excuse me, they're going to go on the top. Something like that. And then I'm going to take one of each of the other sheets. I'm going to flip one of them over, and that will go like something like that. Let's grab the other piece. And the other base sheet. The other base is going to look just a little bit different because I don't have this piece. Pardon me, but that's okay. So we're going to do this piece on the outside and this piece on the inside, and then these two again on the bottom, like that. Okay. Do we like that? What do we think? I just want to look at it for a second. Let's see if we need to change anything. Do we need to move these around? Do we want to flip that over and do something more like that? We could do that. I think I like that best, actually. Okay, I think we're going to go with that. So I'm going to go ahead and get these glued down. So this will just take a second. Okay, so now we are going to come in here with our, excuse me, with our borders. And my thought is that we'll put this one down here and then pop this one up on top of it. But we could do red instead of green, which would also be festive. Or we could do red and green, red and the green together. Could do the reverse, red on the bottom and green on the top. We could do all red. Let's take a look at our mats and see which one we like better. So the way this works is this one will go here, this one will go here, and we'll have to probably cut that one down just a little, I think. I may need to fix that. That doesn't look like it's going to work. So we may need to cut this photo down. But at any rate, let's see. I think I like it better with the green. See if this page works as well. The only problem is that the red that's in this paper really looks out of place when we do that. I think I'm going to go with that. I think. Oh, I'm so on the fence, guys. I wish there was a way that we could do this live. But I'm right in the middle of it, so I can't set up a live right now to get everyone's opinion. That would be fun, though. Maybe I will just go with the green. And we'll add some red in the embellishments that we use just to kind of balance it out a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get these mats put down and the photos that are going to correspond to them. So now I'm going to go ahead and put this piece, the smaller of the two laser borders, is going to go straight over the seam between both the upper and the lower bit, and then I'm going to add foam squares to this one. So that it can stand up off the page. Oh, that one I already took the cover off of. Silly me. Okay. So this is going to go just over the top. Just like that. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. So again, this is not a super themey page. I'm just using Christmas papers from a couple of seasons ago and finding some colors that kind of go together with the thought, with the feelings from the pictures, and working with that. Okay, so there is those two pages. I also have this picture of the carousel, which would be super fun to add, but I don't know if I have. In fact, I know I don't have enough, but I could kind of fake it and do like that, and then put it over our border somewhere. Which would be a little bit different, but it would work. Let's try that, because I don't think I have any other pictures of the carousel, and it would be nice to have that represented in our book. I think they call this St. Arthur's carousel or something like that, because of the sword and the stone that's right out front of it. Stick it like that. It's going to be a little bit bubbly because it's over that raised border, because I didn't think about that. I forgot. But I think I'll be all right with it. It'll just be a little bit bent. All right, let's look at some quick actually, what we could do is use, I've got this holly from the layout that we did last time that we could use. We could just kind of create some I don't know. I'm not good with trying to put stuff like that together. Let's see. The extra gold one on top is too much. The thing that we did not add to this that we probably need to add is something for journaling. So let's make a flag, and we'll just put it right in the middle, and we can make a note. Sound good? I think that's gonna work for me, and then these pages will be done. So I'm just going to snip this off, and then I'm going to flag the end there, just like that. And we'll put it across here. And that will be our little journal strip. And that's all I'm going to do on that page. I think it's enough. Let me know what you think, if you would do anything different. Okay? Because I'm sure there are plenty of you out there with great ideas of what we could do or maybe should do. Alright, thanks so much for joining me. I think this was a good example of something quick and easy to put together that doesn't have a lot of stress about it, and that's kind of fun to do a layout like that now and then. That's just really, really fast and easy. I look forward to seeing you in a couple days for another Disney layout before the new year. And until then, I wish you many more creative moments. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.